Hello, everybody. Hello, all listeners. Today is going to be a book reading, and today we are going to be reading Theodore Boone by John Grimsham. I said it wrong, but it doesn't really matter. Now, there's a lot of people saying good things about them. One is USA Today, New York Times, Daily Express, and even all the way into London, people are liking this book. So today we're going to be reading chapter 1. Theodore Boone. And this is published in Great Britain. Chapter 1. Theodore Boone was an only child, and for that reason, usually had breakfast alone. His father, a busy lawyer, was in the habit of leaving early and meeting friends for coffee and gossip at the same downtown diner every morning at 7. Theo's mother herself, a busy lawyer, had been trying to lose 10 pounds for at least the past 10 years. And because of this, she was convinced that breakfast should be nothing but coffee and the newspaper. So he ate by himself at the kitchen table, cold cereal, orange juice, and an eye on the clock. Boone's home had clocks everywhere, clear evidence of organized people. Actually, he wasn't completely alone. Beside his chair, his dog ate too. Judge was thoroughly mixed mutt, whose age and breeding would be a mystery. Theo had rescued him from near death with a last-second appearance in the animal court 2 years earlier. And Judge would always be grateful. He preferred Cheerios, same as Theo. They ate together in silence every morning. At 8 a.m., Theo rinsed their bowls in the sink and placed the milk and juice back in the fridge, and walked to the den and kissed his mother on the cheek. "Off to school," he said. "Do you have lunch money?" she asked, the same question 5 mornings a week. "Always. And your homework complete?" "It's perfect, Mom. And I'll see you when?" "I'll stop by the office after school." Theo stopped by the office every day after school, without fail, but Mrs. Boone always asked. "Be careful," she said, "and remember to smile." The braces on his teeth had now been in place for over 2 years, and Theo wanted desperately to get rid of them. In the meantime, though, his mother continually reminded him to smile and make the world a happier place. "I'm smiling, Mom. Love you, Teddy." "Love you back." Theo, still smiling in spite of being called Teddy, flung his backpack across his shoulders, scratched Judge on the head, and said goodbye. Then left through the kitchen door. He hopped on his bike and soon was speeding down Millard Lane, a narrow and leafy street in the oldest section of the town. He waved at Mr. Nunnery, who was already on his porch and settled in for another long day of watching what little traffic found its way into our neighborhood. He whisked by Mrs. Goodall at the curb without speaking, because she had lost her hearing and most of her mind as well. He did smile at her, though. However, she did not return the smile. Her teeth were somewhere in the house. It was early spring, and the air was crisp and cool. Theo was pedaled quickly, and the wind stinged his face. The homeroom was at 8:40, and he had important matters to do before school. He cut through a side street, darted through an alley, dodged some traffic, and ran a stop sign. This was Theo's turf. The route he traveled every day after 4 blocks. The houses gave way to offices, shops, and stores. The country courthouse was the largest building in downtown Strattonburg. The post office was second, the library was third. It sat majestically on the northern side of Main Street, halfway between a bridge over the river and a park filled with gazebos and bird baths and a monument to those who were killed in war. Theo loved the courthouse, with its air of authority and people hustling around importantly about, and sober notices and schedules tacked to the bulletin board. And most of all, Theo loved the courtrooms themselves. There were small ones where more private matters were handled without the juries, and there was the main courtroom on the second floor where lawyers battled like gaiters and judges ruled like kings. At the age 13, Theo was still undecided about his future. One day he dreamed of becoming a famous trial lawyer who handled the biggest cases and never lost before juries. Oh, I guess that is the end for our little short chapter. Part 2, we are going to be seeing what happens in the rest of chapter 1. Chapter 1 is 14 pages long, and we are on page number 6. If you want to listen and go already, you can go read it. I'll join you soon on the next part. I hope you guys enjoy, and bye-bye.